Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Black and Harris are the guard set. Isaac out there with Mo Wagner. And it's Banchero in at the 3 slot.
Yeah, that shot from Porzingis makes it really hard on defenses because now they have to cover all the way out there.
Wagner outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Hauser.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Isaac. Hauser misses. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back the pass to Banchero. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Porzingis. Horford sets a screen for Porzingis. And he makes that one. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Black dishes to Banchero. Shot from the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Banchero's got 19 points.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options. If he can't penetrate, your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
Now Porzingis. And no good that time. Nice defense from Wagner. Banchero kicks to Wagner. Back to Banchero. Magic moving the ball around. Pass to Black. Just 4 to shoot. Fires for 3. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 22.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Outside, White jacks up a 3, drills it from outside.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Isaac misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I like that from White, attacking the heart of that defense.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Suggs with the ball. And Suggs throws it down.
Just putting on a show right there. Suggs showing off his creativity.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from 14. White, good. White's got 8 points here in this quarter.
So much control from White in the mid-range.
Here's Suggs. Rebound, Boston. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Outside, White. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Wagner missing. Boston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Hauser. Outside, White. Lets it go from deep. Trains it from beyond the arc. White's got 24.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harris misses. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Hauser. Outside, Porzingis. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And here is Suggs. Crew on the 14-footer.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Here's Pritchard. Outside, White. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Banchero, that's good.
It's always a good sign when Banchero is hitting the three. He's working to become more consistent out there.
There's the pick. Here's White. And he finishes nicely on the layup. White's got 16 points here in the second half.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And it's sent back by Horford.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game one of the series for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game two with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
For the Magic, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Franz Wagner comes in for Black, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Harris.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Wagner outside. Banchero against White. Will it go? And Wagner lays it in.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Holiday surveying the floor. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Giroux. You know that's a team that wants to go inside. How did you make it hard for them?
I really just feel like we really just backed the paint. Did a good job of doing that. We know they have a lot of pain points, so just being able to keep them out there and try to make it shoot 3. So I think we did a good job.
Yeah, you stuck to the game plan, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Jason Tatum.